Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Ito Smith, his first carry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Steps away. Complete to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. On first and goal, Gurley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Six yards left on second down. Now it's Gurley, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're running with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Panthers.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take it. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton. He finds his target, Beckham. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a gain.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Newton on 3rd down. It's caught. Beckham. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Now a first down throw for Newton. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Odell Beckham.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 19-yard line.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Panthers nothing. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Number 12,
DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan to the right side and complete to Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. Jones has it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you the excellence of Julio Jones.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Falcons 14. Panthers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st down, Carolina.
On 1st and 10, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
McCaffrey. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Gurley. Muscling free near the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That's caught inside the 20. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They go play action with Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Ryan's pass intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
Touchdown, Carolina.
DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
At 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Falcons.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play action. Ryan going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And this one through the uprights and good.
Falcons 21, Panthers 14. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick
off. Following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams in the first.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
17.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He was tackled.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go play action now. Ryan escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted them. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Newton now to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Play action. It's Newton. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And a Panther first down.
On first down, it's Newton. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
20.
Second and 10, Newton again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw on third down, Newton. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know, it is a tightrope because there has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
About to find out. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
First down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Second and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 58,
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, Newton. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
Great. 20.
Now Newton. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Falcons 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Smith to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Back to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Ryan to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Dante Fowler in on the stop. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some space here. The 20. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 8. A big pickup of 38. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Newton's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and
nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile,